Hello YouTube people, it's Mark here again. I'd like to touch on the topic of film philosophy and film psychology. This is only going to be a limited um, a discussion. I'd like to discuss about Steven Spielberg, why I think he is one of the most influential and one of the greatest filmmakers of our modern time. First, let me talk about why I think Steven Spielberg is like that. It's also his marketing method. A long time ago, when Steven Spielberg first started out, when people talk about shark attacks, he made a movie about sharks. He made Jaws, and he made movies that people were wanting to see. See if the entire masses are talking about shark attacks. He makes a movie about shark attacks, so that draws the people to watching his movie because everyone is talking about it, and it's a popular topic at that time. So after that, people were talking about UFOs. He made a movie about UFOs. He made Lost Encounter of a Third Kind. So he makes the movies that people wanna see, that people are talking about, people are pondering about. So after that, he made a people were talking about aliens from other space, from other planets. So he made a movie about ET, an alien from another planet. The reason why I actually believe that Steven Spielberg stands out from the more majority of the filmmakers today is because Steven Spielberg does not make the movie that everyone is making. How should I say? Like, let's say that everyone in Hollywood right now, all the producers, directors, most of the Hollywood actors are making superhero movies. Now, because everyone is making superhero movies, everyone is crossing that bridge of making superhero movies. There's like 100 people crossing that bridge of making superhero movies. And maybe the only reason why everyone is making superhero movies nowadays is because a while back there was a superhero movie. There was a superhero movie that did very well in the box office, because let's say that the greatest box office hit of the year was a superhero movie, and now all the other producers, directors, filmmakers, and everyone who gets invested in filmmaking want to join the bandwagon of making superhero movies. So if one person crosses the bridge and that bridge they cross on makes millions and billions of dollars, everyone wants in on that. Everyone wants to make a superhero movie because everyone thinks that that's how you make money. But Steven Spielberg doesn't join the wave, doesn't join that bridge where everyone is crossing of making superhero movies. Now, when people were talking about uh, cloning in general, Steven Spielberg made a movie about cloning. Now, he did not make a movie about cloning people or cloning dead people. He went to the extreme. He took it to another level. Steven Spielberg made a movie about cloning dead extinct dinosaurs in the movie called Jurassic Park. See, Steven Spielberg, in my opinion, is always 5 to 6, maybe 10 steps ahead of everybody, because he doesn't cross the bridge that everyone is doing. Like, let's just say everyone's making cowboy movies or westerns. Steven Spielberg wouldn't do that. He makes something out of it. Like, he makes something that's not in that direction. So that's why Steven Spielberg, in my opinion, is one of the richest filmmakers of our time, because he knows his marketing method, and his filmmaking has improved over the years. And he was very smart. He is very smart because he's a genius. He's a genius at what he does. And yeah, so when people talk about, say, adventures or whatever, like time travel, he produces the movie Back to the Future and Indiana Jones and all the like. So like I was watching a YouTube video about why superhero movies. I remember watching this actor. I can't remember his name, but he was on some of the Marvel Avengers movie. He said something like, back then in the 80s and 90s they were making a various types of movies for various types of audiences, and back in the 80s and 90s you have more than one choice, you have more variety of what movie you want to see. And according to this actor who works in Hollywood, who's in the Avengers movie, and he said that now they are making movies for 8-year-olds. And I can't remember who said that, but I saw it on YouTube. Anyway, I'm not saying superhero movies are bad or they're being played out. That's my own opinion. But when I watch a superhero movie, I tend to like it because it's great. But I'm not pushing down on superhero movies. But let's say like everyone's making them now. Like every year, like several superhero movies come out. Every year, several superhero movies come out, and yeah. So Steven Spielberg is always gonna be on top because he doesn't cross the bridge what everyone is doing. He makes something that that's out of the ordinary. That he knows that's just him. He leaves his imprint on it. And yeah, let me know in your comments below. Don't forget to like, to subscribe on my YouTube videos. I have more coming out on the topics of film philosophy, film psychology, and my thoughts on filmmakers, movies, and such. Until then, I see you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.